Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you guys can join me today. For my new people that's joining us today, I would like for you to hit that subscribe button, click like, click share, and bang that notification bell. I would really appreciate it. Today we have not only a story time, but I'm chilling with a couple of my girls. I have T in the house.
Hey now.
I have Key in the house.
Hey.
And I have Ivy in the house.
Hi.
Hi, these are my girls, my sister, my nieces. We all here just to give you guys a few words of advice, a few words of how to keep things going in relationships, and a few words on how to keep your man. Ooh, sexy talk. Ladies on the couch.
Yeah.
Welcome you guys. Click like, click share. Make sure you do that. Now, what I want to do is ask you guys, where you from? What do you do for a living? And how long you plan to do that?
Oh, how long I'm planning to do that?
Okay, you from?
I'm from San Bernardino, the west side. I work as a CNA. I'm a healthcare provider, and I take that really seriously. Like, I advocate for those people. They love me, and I love them back. And I do all kind of other stuff too. That's just one side of me, my CNA. All kind of other stuff. We can get into that later. But as far as being a CNA, I love it because I love caring for the people, but I don't want to do that for the rest of my life, and I don't want to be involved with the health care as far as nursing no more, you know what I mean? But some stuff I could get into with health care.
What's your sex life like?
Oh.
Well, one thing for sure is ain't no holding back on my show.
Girl.
And right now, Miss T is gonna tell us what her relationship status is.
Well, I'm single, sexy, and free, making my own money, shout out to Maya. But I'm just saying, as far as a sex life, I've come to understand and really appreciate my girl because it's like, I didn't gave it up frivolously, correct me, you know how to say it. Okay. But I'm not doing that no more. And like it's cool. Like I just like, whatever, ignore it or, help myself out if I need to, but the next time I give this gift away, it's gonna be worthy of the receiver. You see what I'm saying?
You better go, girl.
So you better now I'm giving it to myself.
And that's all right, honey. Hey, one thing for sure, love, is it's okay to twinkle your own twinkler every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
I have a whole husband, and I twinkles my twinkler when I have to twinkle. So don't worry about that. I'm glad you got a status, and you will find the right one for you, baby.
Yes.
And I pray on that for you. Come on, Kanisha. Tell them who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
All right. I'm Kanisha. I'm from Compton. I'm a bus driver. I drive kids, high school students around.
What is that like? Challenging?
At times. I miss the little kids.
Girl, I have 19
get your pictures and stuff. Like, hi, bus driver.
19 grandkids. And I know I couldn't drive nobody else's around because I'm old school. And I'll be just snatching the knot in them. So we're going to just keep that 100. I'm not abusive, but I don't tolerate disrespect. Back to the bus driver, please.
You have this, like, really sweet spirit, like, and those kids need that.
Well, I try to. I give that to them.
Yeah.
When I can. I tend to, if they get on my nerves, then then I give another side of me that I've worked very hard to, work on. It was a hurt little girl. Like, I really do a lot of inward work. Because I wasn't always like this. That's why I was so unapproachable. I got that at work. This white man, I was working by the top people in the company. And they were like, yeah, like, she's so unapproachable. And I got what he said. I'm like, yeah.
Well, what was you giving off? Was you giving off attitude? Was you giving off cockiness? Was you giving off, I can do it on my own independence? What was you giving off to make somebody think that you're unapproachable? Were you being mean? Did you have attitude?
The look on my face. And probably the thoughts that was going through my mind that gave me the look on my face. So it's just, and I just gave
Just
off
wrong time.
This that was always the wrong time. I really was talking about
Okay.
You gotta be in my face. I really know.
Well, are you single now? The people want to know. Are you single? My people want to know. Are you single?
I am, but I don't. It's not. I know a relationship is for me, but like you said, it got to be the right person, right time. I'm all about divine timing and stuff like that now. So it's,
Yes.
if it didn't work, and I don't even give that much of attention. If I give you attention, like I really,
You really got it.
I see something, and then if it goes, south, it's like,
So how long you gonna
Right.
be a bus driver?
That's like the same for me too.
How long do you feel yourself being on this job?
I'm gonna be on this as long as I need to. Like where I'm at, I can retire from this, but I want to use that to further my personal life with what I'm doing, as far as like my business, my online store that I just started about a year ago. My anniversary just passed. KLM Clean Things, KLMCleanThings.com. It's an online boutique that I love fashion, and I feel like there's a lot of like Fashion Novas and all these other little online places, but I just feel like I have the eye for like the curvier woman. Like I feel like they do give us clothes, but they don't really think about it. They be trying to put us in some stuff that's just like.
But they do. They got a lot of pretty clothes for fluffy
queens. Most of my people in my life is fluffy. My husband fluffy. If y'all know me, y'all know I got a fluffy ass husband, and I love every ounce of that nigga. So
Okay.
let's not get it twisted. They have a lot of clothes and a lot of designs for fluffy women that smaller women can't even get. And they have personal lines.
It's definitely changing because I can remember when I was a kid, like I always been like a little fat kid, I didn't get this big until I got this big, but I was a lot slimmer, but I did always have to wear, I couldn't just go to the little stores or whatever, so my mom would take me to like Peaches Plus and Lane Bryant. I've been stopping in that store for years. And over the time, you have seen it to where those were the only few stores. Now you have all these different ones to where the fly girls like us, we can start our own boutique and, build it around who we are, not just those old frumpy ass flower wearing, sisters. And if that's, I'm saying? If that's for you, that's
what it is for me.
A diva. A bitch that you can't tell nobody. You can't tell her nothing. You can't tell her nothing, and you can stand right next to her. She'll be like, "Bitch, it's all about me," and that's what I'm talking about.
Command and demand attention,
attitude, and personality, and character, and skill set, and just motivation to go out there and be that voluptuous BBW ass woman that you're supposed to be. If your attitude is good, I'm with it. If you cheery and chipper and light up a room when you come in and you ain't giving a damn about what nobody's saying, because people could be real rude.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but if you used to something like that and you wear it on your sleeve, you care about what people say. Learn to not give a fuck what nobody say. And then your attitude, personality, and character is gonna come out because you loving you. You loving you, and the people around you gonna start loving you. And that's just how I feel about that. I love the fact that y'all can get dressed. And see, I always been so small. This is the thickest I've ever been. But I've always been so small. I wanted what the fluffy big booty girls got. I wanted boobies when I was little. I wanted booty when I still ain't got no hips. Girl, but I don't give a fuck.
But you got it in all the right places.
But I do what I do, and I've done had a husband 28 something years. So let's not even go there. I ain't worried about it. I got lazy and comfortable. But in the same sense, do I wish all this puff was in the right places? Yes, I do. And then sometimes I get in clothes that I think I can put on, and it don't fit right because I ain't got all the right. It ain't in the right places. So we all got little things that we worry about within ourselves. But beauty is in the inside and the outside. And I'm gonna tell you, your personality is so bubbly. You make me laugh. Especially when you call me at 2 in the morning and we talk all through the night, and I know my ass got to get up and work it up.
Right.
Okay.
And it don't be until like, oh damn, it is 2 o'clock, huh?
Let me call Auntie one. And we'll sit there and we'll talk.
Hey, Misha, what you doing? Oh, girl, you know it's 2:00 in the morning.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that
Wake
is
me out
right.
of a deep sleep. How long I talk to
And
you?
sit and will still stay on that phone and talk to
For
me.
hours.
And then be like, I be then told her, oh well, yeah, you know, I'm gonna go in here and do whatever. She's like, well, did you do it yet? Because I'm trying to stay out here. I'm trying to stay on the phone with you until you go and get what you got done.
And I don't rush her. She sit out there long as she wants to. I talk to all my nieces. I love them, and I'm gonna motivate.
It's so special.
I love your spirit. You are very
It's so special.
damn. You can keep me laughing because I'm goofy as hell.
Yes.
So yes, I admit it. Tanisha, I didn't mean to cut you off with all that conversation, but what we're gonna do is move on to Ivy.
Okay.
And we're gonna introduce my sister. This is my babe right here. She needs to let you guys know who she is, where she from, and what she do.
My name is Ivy, and I am from Redlands, and I am in the funeral industry. That's what I do.
She's in the funeral industry, y'all. How long have you been doing this kind of work?
20 years.
20 years in the game. So she'll be one of the last people to see our naked asses before we go, y'all. So what I want to say is I'm glad to be one to say she'll be the last one to see me. Because she on paper. And something happen to me, she going to be the one to dress me. Don't put no wig on me, girl. I want you to do my edges. I should get that. Okay. Anyway, Ivy has been in the game 20 years. Ivy, can we know a little something about the love life and what you're looking for in a real man?
Love life is none.
Zero. I don't like the sound of that. We got to find somebody. I'm talking to my subscribers. My sister need a husband. She work hard. She's a good woman, beautiful heart, and she ain't gonna say what I say. She know how to get in. She know how to get it in.
No, I won't. A God-fearing man.
She want a God-fearing man. To my subscribers, Ivy need it. Let's do
I
it.
should say no more.
You just God-fearing. Girl, can I tell you how many things you need?
I was gonna ask Miss Ivy about this man. You know, this beautiful man that God is gonna bring into her life. I know you never opposed to a beautiful black man, you know, but on the flip side, would you go outside of your race and within, you know, do you like them chocolate? Do you like them, you know, light skin? Like, what is it? What
Long
does
as
it
he's
for
cut
you?
up and he's God-fearing. She said a God-fearing
Yeah, we got
man. He
him
got to
too.
be cut up. Did you say bald, sister?
Yeah, but what is
You
your
like a nice
preference?
bald head like a
A
Michael
nice
Jordan
bald
bald?
head, or
Or a bald
if you're
fade?
well-groomed.
Well groomed.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all can't be stinking and shit. Drop me a pic. Come correct, please. Because I want her to have somebody today that is going to love
because
on
you
her.
have a beautiful set of teeth.
You have to have
Ivy has
Okay, she wants you to
one
smile
pretty
at her.
smile.
So smile and
Yes.
send a selfie, and I would really appreciate it for my sister.
Oh, what's next?
a sense of humor.
A sense of humor, y'all gotta make her laugh. Pretty feet, sister,
Yes.
pretty feet. I beg for
That's
pretty feet.
nice, that's nice.
Oh, pretty feet, please.
I was saying that.
I don't think that'll be saying I'm that big.
I'm good over teeth.
You can't do it. You can't. And then, like,
You guys gotta follow me on TikTok as well.
You know what though? I feel that because like some men are
1-4-6-7.
so manly.
Make sure you
They
follow
feel
me.
like they don't have to do shit to their feet or their hands. You feel me? And it's like, I don't want no man. Now, a manly hand is everything. Like, you look at them hands,
Work.
and it's like, damn, he can do anything with them
Girl,
shit.
just like
And
a
then,
good foot massage.
On
That's
top
all
of
I
that,
need in
he
my
know
life.
how to scoop all this ass with them hands. You know what I'm saying? A good foot massage.
Oh, girl,
I
I am
am
a
yes.
sucker for a good massage.
That's one of my
That's it.
things.
That
Rub
was-
me.
it
I
every
sometimes
time.
I don't even want no stick. I just want you to rub the shit out of me.
all of that.
I'll say,
That part of me hurt.
Girl, as long as you don't look like nothing to eat, okay?
And a full body massage is even better than a foot massage. I mean, they suckers for massage. It's my weakness. I get it every time I'm on.
Oh, okay, that's your weakness.
That's my weakness. A good massage is it cures a bad day.
No, that's good. So let's ask.
Let me ask.
What's your weakness?
A hot bath.
Oh, I love that too.
Yes.
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 I love that too. I tell you guys, one thing for sure is
Mine is
Okay, but there is a kick to that.
okay.
You gotta know what you're doing when you massage it.
please do.
Y'all don't just be all sexual with it. Like, really care about what you're doing.
You know
Yeah.
what? You could be sensual
Well,
with it because when
Yeah,
you're sensual
sensual
with
and
it,
sexual is
you get into the grooves and
Yeah.
you're feeling it and you know you're making your girl feel good. I mean, me sitting at like my husband's point of view. For him to do that, to rub my feet, he know how good that feels to me. So when he do it, if he take his time and do it right, I know he's putting that love into it.
Yeah.
But when he playing the game over here and looking at that phone over here and then just twiddling his thumb, sometimes he do that. He don't feel like doing it. That's why I got me a Hitachi foot massager. I ain't trying to advertise for these people, but it's worth every dime. Go on there.
Oh, yo,
Once
one.
my slap away, you better
Yo,
go
that's
on.
it.
Get that
Yeah.
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 Oh, my customers love it.
Yeah,
I
I get
love it, but it's not the same. It's a warm, strong hand, and you know I get it occasionally, but that's why I post shit like that. That's why my TikTok got foot and shit. I'm watching somebody else shit get massaged because I'm like, oh,
that
I'm
shit look good.
it looks so good I can almost feel it. And the oils and they be having on them gloves and it be juicy and lotiony. Man, it's almost orgasmic. I don't want to say it, but if I watch it long enough, I'm gonna be wet.
Right?
Okay, I'm sorry.
But I'm just saying.
But it looks and feels so good that, and I know that's
That
my
shit
weakness.
turn you on.
That's my weakness. And nigga got arthritis every once in a while. My feet be hurt.
You know what I'm saying?
And I be needing that shit. When I see it and it look good, I get stuck. I think a whole lot of they likes and a whole lot of they fucking views. It's just me watching it over and over and over.
Yeah.
I promise I do that. I get hypnotized. I can doze off watching that shit. If the music playing behind it, that ain't my feet. That's some other bitch feet. And I'm really enjoying I'm starting to post the shit. It's all on TikTok, girl. My bad. I be needing that, and I want Rod to see it. Nigga, look what I'm liking. Nigga.
Ooh. Okay, you asked if we had a story, so.
Give me a story time.
Okay.
All right, we going on here.
No, this is a story, so.
Oh.
So, me and this dude that I used to mess with, we used to like to watch porn together, right? So one time we watching porn, so he like, okay, we gonna watch this porn with a purpose, okay? So like whatever I tell you, this is what I want, this is what you gonna give me. And I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Because this nigga is crazy. He have a bitch on top of her neck and shit. You know what I'm saying? Back in my day, I used to do shit like that, big and all, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit, seasoned these days. So anyway, I'm like, all right, so he like asks me, he telling me like, and whatever you see, if that's what you want, like, tell me that's what you want. So I'm like, okay. So we watching this shit and whatever, and the girl is just like super sexy, and she have on this like pretty royal blue panty and bra set. It's like all lace and shit, and blue is my favorite color. 50 Shades of Blue is me. Okay, so I'm like, dude, that's pretty. And then the next thing you know, her dude is like talking to her, and he just like started rubbing on her pussy. Like, excuse me, baby. But yeah, this is what he's doing to her. And that bitch, she was just like looking so pretty, and you could tell that she was just feeling so good. And I looked at that nigga and I told him, baby, I want that. That's what I want. And he like, what? I'm like, I want that. He like, so that's what you want? So we like, okay, yeah. So the thing is, the reason why we watch porn is because we had to work at the same time. So this will be like us working, like being at work, but like FaceTiming and other devices. I mean, you eventually get real. I'm very creative. Okay. So anyway, we working, other devices, watching porn, this, that, and the other. So I'm in it like, you see this right here? This is what I want. So he like, that's what you want? I'm like, yes. So he like, all right, bet. We connected when we had our off day, and I had this real pretty, like, purple, like, Prince purple teddy.
Okay.
It was real pretty. And I told him, this is what I want. So then we get together, and like, oh, he give me what I want to. It made me think of the video, like, I just felt so sexy, like, and then he wanted to bone. But I already bust like 3 nuts.
Oh my God!
Yes, so he was mad at me because like I was done. And then it was like this whole ordeal. He like, what the fuck you mean you done? Like, this is how you come over here looking like this, and I gave you what you wanted, I don't get nothing. And I'm just like, well, we didn't talk about what I was. You know what I'm saying? We didn't talk about that. You asked me what I want. I told you. You gave it all to me, and I was done. It was hot, like, fuck this porn shit. We ain't doing this no more. I'm like, oh, babe. You're like, nah, fuck that. I'm like, okay, girl, I fell asleep real sexy, like, you know.
They probably stared at you for a while you.
He probably was like, this motherfucker.
Okay, are we gonna come to this? Give a quick story time.
No story.
Oh, you too old not to have no stories. She has lived life.
You too old and too pretty.
And too pretty.
Like,
But all of my stories are like
down and dirty. Okay, we gonna save you.
Like,
He saved you. Yeah.
They like
No, he saved you.
We're sitting here talking to the ladies. Oh, and I am so enjoying their company. We're having cocktails and we're talking about life and sex and everything else that comes to mind. But it's just a natural talk, and I'm enjoying their company. This is what I want to bring up. All you young girls out there, got your little boyfriend, not the young ones, but maybe a little mature. I want to say, if you don't know how to keep him on a regular old Thursday or a regular old Saturday, nothing else to do, what about a hot bubble bath? What about lighting some candles or some soft music? What about putting on something a little sexy? What about waiting on him to come home and giving him a foot massage? All of that sounds good, right? They be like, why? But they're not. I've been with my husband a long time. Ugly or not, them feet are my feet, and I will rub them. But let me tell you this, ladies. When you've been married as long as I have, you learn to get over certain shit. And I'm going to tell you, candle lights, bubble baths, a beautiful dinner, you know, let them know that you cared, that he worked all day. Little shit like that, it counts. And it works. And it gets you a long way, especially when you ask for something and you know you want them to say yeah. Yeah, that's what you do. Seduce that ass. Okay, but let me tell you something else. I want to ask these ladies. I'm talking about the candlelight and the lingerie and the soft music and all that kind of stuff. That's just a given. What would you do on a regular night when your man been treating you nice? He's been taking care of your heart. He's been protecting your life. He's been going to work, coming home, doing what he's supposed to do. What would you do on a regular Thursday night to appease that man?
You know, on a regular Thursday, it can just be like whatever. You know what I'm saying? I like. God bless you. I think for me, when you brought up romance, I started thinking about, you know, my next relationship, I want some real romance. And then you start talking about romance and lingerie and, you know, the rose petals in the bathtub and shit. You know, that's all.
That's sexy.
I can do sexy. I always been able to do sexy.
Okay.
From a very young age, I understood sex appeal. So for me, now that I'm thinking of it, since you brought it up, I think for me, I'm looking more for intimacy. I want a man. We at the club and we partying and it's rocking. It's people up in there popping bottles and shit. And my dude catch my eye from across the room and he see me and it's like we already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? And he looking at me and he read that look and he walk up and be like, baby, let's go. Because he knew in that moment from that look, I was ready to go. And then he scooped me and then we go, then the romance happened. But I think for now, what I'm really looking for is intimacy, or just like, have you ever been like on the beach with your dude or had a moment with your dude where it's like hundreds of people and then in that moment, it's like nobody is in that room but you and your dude? That's what I'm looking for. Yeah.
I felt that.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
And it don't matter how long you with somebody. I
feel
that.
That's the shit.
I feel that.
Yeah.
My husband know I love him. Yes. Yes. Next.
Okay, so what is the question that we are?
Romance, babe. What would you do on a regular old Thursday?
For him.
Because he's been treating you nice. He's been the little occasional slap on the ass when he passed you, little peck on the cheek, the good morning, honey, I'll see you after work type shit.
I can't honestly answer that because in the dating scene that I'm in, it's not like that, It's
So are you currently dating?
Yes.
One or more?
Actively.
Actively. They're saying 6 slots on the girl dance card.
Because it just doesn't make sense. It's not like I'm the only one, unless it's expressed that way. It's probably a lot of that.
Yeah. Do y'all notice how shit is always good in the beginning? They whine you, they dine you, they laugh. Yes. All their jokes is funny and shit. And, they're very attentive to your needs, take you out to the nicest places. And then have you ever had one that flipped the script so fast, you was like, this nigga couldn't even act past a week.
Yeah.
Like, so time.
Listen, I say I'm a pink flag girl. That means fuck the red flag. Listen, that shit could be baby pink and I don't want to be bothered with you no more because I don't have time for the bullshit. So then some people say, well, that's that big old wall you got up. Okay, I have a wall up. Okay, you're right. But who's man enough to knock that bitch down?
You know what? I want somebody that's dominant but not controlling.
Yeah.
I want a man.
A man.
A man.
Yeah, you don't want
not somebody who will tell me, do this, do that. But what are you doing? What do you offer? What do you offer?
What do you offer? Exactly. And a lot of people be like, oh, well, like we talking about, oh, he had to have a job. Yes, he had to have a job, but that's not where it stopped. That's just a requirement. That's not going to turn me because, like you say, I work. I can make my own damn money too. You know what I'm saying? You bring a bag to the table, but shit, this money I might have brought too. Exactly. So the money is not an issue. You know what I'm saying?
One thing for sure is when one is down, not just spouses, because I did it when we was just boyfriend, girlfriend. That didn't last long. We got married.
Real quick,
a long time.
Well, see,
not real quick.
You come from an era where men they knew how to lock that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, our generation is not like that. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? You date a dude or whatever, and it's the representative. You know what I'm saying? Back then, men, whatever they was doing, however they were, you hated or loved it. It wasn't no in between. They showed you exactly who they are. So I'm saying, so you have a choice. You have a choice to say, okay, I'm gonna roll with this one. You know what I'm saying? He might be this, that, and the other, but that's not
you can't fix them. You can't change them.
Because you know
but now if you're not like that person now, you have to be willing to want to move forward.
Yes, but nowadays, say it ain't so. Nowadays, it's like a representative. You don't really know what this nigga got going on. Like, he tell you one thing and mean a whole nother. Or I didn't have a dude tell me, oh, like, you got any kids? And like, oh, no. 3 weeks later, I see this nigga on the gram and a pregnant girlfriend. It's like,
Oh, no.
I thought you didn't have no kids. Like,
I
your
ain't had it
girlfriend.
yet.
Yeah. Oh, well, it was in the oven. Like, nigga, what? You stupid? Like, no.
That's the one thing I would never have tolerated. I'm glad it never happened. And I feel sorry, and I pray for the ones that it has happened. But the worst thing possible, relationship-wise, for me, is for a baby to knock on the door or an ex to pop up. How you had an ex and we've been together almost 30 years? Where did she come from?
Where did she come from?
Where the fuck she
That's
been?
them bitches that I'm talking about.
What I'm saying is that would be the worst thing. That would be the worst thing. Just somebody, just a little chick, do whatever, 5Ds, random, whatever, popping up talking about, I'm pregnant. Let's go.
When?
Where? Oh, well, welcome to the family. I got 13 grandkids, and I can add that motherfucker to it. But what I will do is love it like it's mine.
But you know what? That's some real.
But I'm just glad, just to keep it 100, if it happened, the guard was up.
That's what I'm saying. That's the difference between men then and men now. Like, you're not about to let your husband go. All the history, all the love, and all that shit.
For the rest of our life. Do you know history makes that? No matter what happens, I know you say, oh, it's been almost 30 years. That's the truth. I've been knowing him over 35 years. We only been living together since 96, sharing the same bed. That is a beautiful history right there. We done been through so much together, and we are best friends. But when it boils down to it, that same history and knowing that we've grown old together and been together so long, that can also be the way when people say you grow apart. We're not growing apart. We're very happy and cool. Ain't nobody going no damn where.
Right.
So, with that being said, in the same sense, that long stretch of history can also be, damn, I'm about tired of this. We got 19 grandkids. We do what we want to do because they are with their parents. So we free right now. We don't have nothing to hold us back. The vacations have been nicer. The travel has been nicer. He go to work, I do my thing. We come together. It's like nobody never left nobody. I like that type of relationship.
It's beautiful.
But what I said in the beginning was the worst thing, not my relationship, or I'm no pinpointing anybody, that would happen is for a mistake to bring another life. Like, in other words, someone ring your bell one day, you thinking it's the mailman, and it's some bitch talking about, it's such and such here because I'm pregnant. Yeah. And the worst thing is not knowing, because you at home cooking and cleaning and laundry and doing everything for this guy and rubbing his eagle and stroking his shit.
Mm-hmm. Rubbing his
just
eagle
to
and
find
stroking
out.
his stick.
Yeah, because some people can keep it under wraps a lot longer. Thank you guys for watching. I would like for you to subscribe to my channel, Storytime with Slim and Ladies on the Couch. I would like for you guys to follow me on TikTok. I would like you guys to go under Slim Goody 021467. That's my TikTok. Follow me on Instagram under Braids by Wanda, and also on Facebook under Wanda Johnson. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe, click that bell, and click that like. Leave a comment down below because I look forward to talking to you guys. Hope you learned something. Hope you had fun. Hope you had a few laughs. And thanks for joining us. See you next time.